Hi everyone, Teddy Baldassarre in Geneva, Switzerland for Watches and Wonders, but now we want to look at everything you need to know about the new products from Tudor in 2025. With this new lineup of models, we have new dial colors, a new collection, extreme water resistance ratings that we've never seen before from Tudor, so let's walk through each one. To kick things off, we look at a familiar name, the Black Bay 58, first released in 2018, and since that release has been one of the most pivotal watches for Tudor in the contemporary collection. Now the 58 that we're seeing here gets a couple different updates, but the most notable is going to be the dial color, being of Burgundy. So we've seen Burgundy before in the Black Bay family. The original Black Bay that was created over a decade ago came in this color configuration, but it didn't have a Burgundy dial. So we're getting a Burgundy bezel and a Burgundy dial to go along with it. So this watch is going to land with the familiar 39mm diameter with a Burgundy bezel insert and a mildly domed dial in a matching Burgundy color with this radial brush finish. Believe it or not, this look actually comes from an obscure Tudor model from their archive, which even shocked me when I saw it for the first time. Another big update with this 58 is a fine link bracelet, also coming along with a rubber strap and a 3-link riveted bracelet, all including T-fit. A couple other additional details with this new Burgundy 58 that you might notice. One is going to be the edging of the bezel, a little bit more of an ornate presentation there, as well as the faceting on the crown. Another big addition with this new 58 is a master chronometer certification. With the release of the Black Bay 58 GMT last year, we got a sense that the master chronometer rating would come to some of the smaller case options within the Black Bay family. It was only a matter of time before we'd see it in a 3-hand 58. On the inside, we have the MT5400-U, delivering a 65-hour power reserve and a silicon balance spring. For pricing, you have the 5-link, which comes in at $4,600, the 3-link at $4,500, and then the rubber strap, $4,275. Now, all the dive watches from Tudor are professionally capable, but the watch that I would say has the most upside from the specification standpoint in aquatic environments has to be the Pelagos. The Pelagos started at 42mm, and we saw some gradual shifts down to 39mm. We saw FXD models. Now this year, we see a new line of the Pelagos with the most extreme water resistance rating to date. This is known as the Pelagos Ultra. Now, as mentioned, the Pelagos has been the framework in which Tudor shows its full ability to take on the taxing conditions of deep water aquatics, with the 42mm Pelagos models getting 500 meters of water resistance. Well, with this new model, Tudor upped the game with a diver oriented for saturation diving, coming in at a 43mm case and 1,000 meters of water resistance. Its case comes in grade 2 titanium for its central construction and the bracelet, with a grade 5 titanium case back. The clasp has Tudor's proprietary spring-loaded micro-adjustment system with a visual indicator scale on the clasp that includes the lume to easily detect the position at a glance, regardless of the environment. The new Pelagos Ultra does showcase many familiar traits, including a ceramic bezel insert, the snowflake handset, and high-contrast markers. The dial doesn't feature the rehaut like the 42mm, which I only assume was a choice as a result of improving the water resistance, with the depth rating sitting beneath the added light blue dial text calling out the name. A couple other points for these Pelagos Ultra models are going to be the lume. So the lume, both in its coloration, you have 2 different colors of lume present on this dial. In addition, just the sheer presence of that lume and its capacity is much larger compared to other Pelagos models. As was the theme for the Burgundy, the Ultra is also master chronometer certified, relying on the MT5612-U on the inside, delivering a 65-hour power reserve. Pricing for the Ultra comes in at $5,950. So there are many reasons why Tudor has been able to generate a good share of fanfare over the years, but one of those reasons has to be its ability to give an option for a variety of different case sizes. You saw this shift from 41mm down to 39mm with the Black Bay 58, then down to 37mm with the 54. We also had a 39mm Pelagos. So all of this to say that Tudor had a good pulse on trying to offer variety. But now for this year, we see a movement in the opposite direction with a 43mm traditional looking Black Bay. Yes, we have seen 43mm cases in the Black Bay family before with something like the Black Bay Bronze. This time though, we get to the stainless steel case variety and getting some more traditional looks in the process. So this model is going to be called the Black Bay 68. This watch comes in with a 43mm case complementing the 41, the 39, and the 37mm divers from the rest of the Black Bay family. Some might be asking though, all right, what does 68 mean? So this is in reference to the year the brand first came up with the idea to use the snowflake hand. Now the two dial colors include a blue and a silver with subtle radial brushing on those dials, adding a mild reflective shimmer in the process. The blue dial comes with this silvered surrounds for the hour markers, while the silver dial has blackened markers. Both configurations from the line come with unidirectional bezels with black aluminum bezel inserts with silver accents. The watches follow the general finishing of the case and bracelet of the recently updated Black Bay 41s from the past 2 years, offering 200 meters of water resistance and a master chronometer certification. Both the silver and blue dial on 3-link bracelets retail for $4,700. So you notice these subtle cycles of design for Tudor over the years as you start to become more familiar with their lineup. One in 2018 was the Tudor Black Bay GMT, first unveiled with a black dial, and years later we saw an opaline dial hit the market. Now the Black Bay Pro in 2022 also came out with a black dial, so just years later, 3 years later to be exact, we look at a new white dial version of the Black Bay Pro. Now the watch fits the same mold as the former piece that is still in production, coming in with the same dimensions as the existing model, relying on the MT56-52 caliber, with it coming with a COSC certification and having 70 hours of power reserve. The orange GMT hand continues working with the surrounding 24-hour scale fixed bezel, with all the markers and hands being darkened to assist in contrast off the opaline backdrop. And speaking to the legibility of the Black Bay Pro, one of the reasons why you're seeing this higher contrast is going to be how that lume is housed on that dial. You have black surrounds and black ceramic, which allows that to have even further visibility at a variety of different viewing angles. On the bracelet, this comes in at $4,375, and then on the fabric/rubber, you have $4,050 for retail. So over the last few years, the Tudor Black Bay Chrono has been one of the areas where the brand has expressed itself the most with different colors and options. You saw pink dials, blue dials, actually a variety of blue dials. One with the fine link bracelet that was available as a boutique edition with that dark blue type of sunburst effect. But this year we're seeing some mild updates to the conventional white dial and black dial Black Bay Chronos, with a 5-link bracelet now being an option along with the 3-link with these configurations. Also coming with T-fit on-the-fly adjustment for both of these. On the inside is the MT5813 COSC certified chronograph caliber, being a caliber that works off of the B01 architecture, having a silicon balance spring, having 70 hours of power reserve, and is column wheel actuated. For these watches, you have the 5-link, which is going to retail at $5,875, and then the 3-link, $5,775. So for this release of 2025 at Watches and Wonders for Tudor, very focused. That seems to be the theme here, in doubling down on some of the concepts that work, bringing out some new ideas for water resistance within the Pelagos, new dial colors, and a new collection with the 68. But only 5 major pillars to look at when unpacking what is new for Watches and Wonders this year. Tudor is also not a brand that's afraid to just drop something out of the blue throughout the year, so that's something to also look out for. But what is your opinion of these new Tudor watches? Leave some comments down below. I think my personal favorite is the Burgundy Black Bay 58. I think this looks fantastic with that burgundy dial color with the bezel. This just works. I know it might appear like a lot when you first inspect it, but in the metal, this just translates so well within this case. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon. We have so much content coming out this week. I've been basically pulling an all-nighter, just trying to take in all of the information throughout the industry. We'll be on the ground. We have articles going out every single hour. So if you want to be in the loop, follow us on our website, follow on Instagram, be subscribed here so you know everything that comes out at Watches and Wonders in Geneva 2025. But guys, thank you again so much for watching. Be well, and I'll see you all very soon.